I said, I can tell you how the media is going to go about doing their business. They got 3 ways they do it. 1, they either get quiet as a church mouse. They don't even mention it. 2, they release a statement, then don't mention it.
News now that surfaced late last week. The league is looking into allegations that Thunder guard Josh Giddey had an improper relationship with an underage girl. In a since-deleted post, an anonymous social media user claimed a girl who was seen with Giddey in videos and images, some of which include explicit captions, was a junior in high school at the time. Giddey, who is 21, he declined to comment on Friday, and despite the serious allegations, Giddey is yet to miss a game this season. And Thunder coach Mark Daigneault, he said he will continue to be in the lineup, saying, quote, "Just with the information we have at this point, that is the decision we've made. It's obviously a league matter at this point, and the ball is in their court on that." Now, a league spokesperson told me this morning that the NBA is still in the process of gathering information, and we will continue to update this story as the news develops. NBA Today will be back in 60 seconds.
Wow. Kwame Brown actually called it. He called it. He said ESPN and the media, how they were going to treat this Josh Giddey situation was going to be, white glove service. We're going to be very careful with any information. It's going to come in a very monotone. He actually called it completely out, and he went in on Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith regarding their response and reactions. Take a listen here at what Kwame Brown had to say. And then I'm going to let you listen to what Stephen A's comments were related to that, to this Josh Giddey situation.
Stephen A., you bald head scallywag, where were you? And Malika, you shouldn't have said nothing, Malika. You shouldn't have said nothing, Malika, because guess why? I detailed out how y'all do it and the way y'all gonna do it. I detailed it out, Malika. I said statement and leave it alone. And you went up there and read a monotone statement, ma'am, and you left it alone. It's a shame I'm so right. Because in every other situation, when Kendrick Perkins and anybody tried to talk up for M.A. Doka or any situation, you was frowning up like you were ready to jump through the screen at that doggone. You're not just doing your job. Oh man, Malika, Malika. I said Malika, Malika. Hey, boo-boo, you should have stayed quiet. You should have said nothing. You should have did what Stephen A., what Shannon Sharp, and the rest of it. Quiet. They call it taking the high road. You know, because they say I'm always ranting. That's their new word to validate me. I'm no longer a bust. They don't use that word. They say I'm ranting and I curse. You should have stayed quiet, Malika, Malika. Because Miss Malika, right? When you spoke about all the other black players, when you got backlash from talking about that young brother doing the draft, in his shining moment, you brought up a situation. This ain't have nothing to do with this young man. He wasn't guilty of anything. But yet and still, you brought that up during his draft moment. And guess what you said happened? Guess why you said you did it, ma'am? You said, I did it because I was doing my job. The bosses told me to do it. Remember you said that? And remember when I first came to the internet, I said, y'all some script reading. I won't say that because you're a female and I don't want them to think I'm saying that because you're a female. But I said that y'all are some script reading D-words, and I was talking to men. But y'all are some script reading people. So basically, you prove what I said to be right. That you don't have a voice, you don't have it. You get told what to say. You get told an adjective to talk about. So then I have to ask your bosses, why are they so quick to talk about a black man's allegations? And why is Josh Giddey not on the docket to be talked about. Why don't good enough to be talked about? Why are y'all getting so giddy when it comes to Josh Giddey? Whoa, that's a bar. Put it in a song, baby. I'm on top right now. Everything that I've been saying for the last 3 years have been playing out. They attacked Kyrie over putting up a feed, sharing a link. He was held to task. They'll pretty woman like Malika Andrews and the rest of these women, and they'll get up there, they'll talk passionate about it. And yes, black women been through some things. They probably had a boyfriend or two that wasn't and some of them rightfully so. But for some reason, in my humble opinion, they got black women thinking they're a monolith. So they go out and they trigger black women based on their past, and they have them thinking that this is something for women. And so they're canceling their men. Such black men up under so much scrutiny, Malika Andrews.
Is the case involving Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, let me say this to all of y'all out there who've been clamoring for me to touch on this subject. Y'all getting on my last damn nerves. Could you try to be responsible? Could you try? That's all I'm asking. What you want Stephen A to say? Oh, man, when you ask Stephen A if this was a brother. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This man, Josh Giddey, is currently being investigated by the National Basketball Association, the NBA, over allegations that he was having a relationship with a minor. We don't know who she was. We don't know how old she was. He's 21. We don't know how old she is. We don't know anything. We know there's an investigation going on. That's all we know. We don't know anything else. You know why Stephen A hasn't said anything? Because you could get sued, idiots. You don't just go out there running your damn mouth over something this serious. But this clamoring to comment about something with no information, no definitive facts, you can't do it.
Wow. I mean, to me, seems like, Malika and Stephen A are giving this very due process. They're not even using the terms to give their opinion if the alleged allegations are true. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even using that terminology. They're being very careful with how they speak about this Josh Giddey situation. Thank you, Kwame Brown. I mean, you called a spade, and seems like that's exactly what they're doing. Exactly what you said they would do.